Well, I come in peace to bring you my Premier League predictions. As the Premier League is starting off today, Man City is taking on Burnley at the Toughmore Stadium, and we're here to bring you the latest as what my thoughts are about the Premier League predictions. Welcome to Rokani Media Football. This is the Football News Show, and let's see close to 400 likes smash this video. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me RD. Follow me on Twitter at Rokani Media FB. That's where you're going to find me, and the rest will be history. I'll quench your thirst as far as the football news is really concerned, and I bring to you my predictions. Now, the first prediction that I want to make is all about who do I think are going to be in the top four. That is it. I think the top four teams, in no particular order, are going to be Manchester City, Man United, Arsenal, and Liverpool. That is it. But if I'm to really break it down into who I think is going to win the league, that is really a hard one. But I'm going to obviously look at the Premier League table and how it ended last season. Last season, the Premier League table ended with Man City having 89 points, Arsenal had 85 points, meaning that the difference between Arsenal and Man City was the 4 points. But the big question comes out to be, who is really gonna be the man behind this trophy of 2022-2023? Man City, having won it 3 consecutive times, I cannot really rule them out, but I believe this is going to be the best ever highly competitive season. I told you last season that this season is going to see teams like Liverpool getting back to where they're supposed to be, even if they're not going to put out what we call a very good title challenge, but they are going to obviously be determinants on who is going to lift the trophy, either Man United, Man City, and Arsenal. So we expect United to be on their high. You know, we look at Manchester United, we're going to hate to bring in Rasmus Højlund, Onana, and Mason Mount. They are still going in for Todibo and Sofian Amrabat. If they get in those 5 signings, trust me, United will be into that title bracket. When you look at Arsenal, they're going to hate to strengthen 4 players in: David Raya, goalkeeper; Declan Rice, central midfielder; Kai Havertz, for him, is really a versatile player; and lastly, it's all about Julian Timber. Huge additions at the Arsenal, and you cannot rule them out as far as lifting the trophy is concerned. So, to my understanding, I would love to say that I think Arsenal is going to lift the trophy. What is my reason? I believe with the 4 additions, that's enough going to hit to make, and they're still making more, they have put themselves in a position of not imploding like they did last season. I think you get this team of Arsenal towards the last 7 games of the season, they won't implode. They won't implode, and they will go obviously and give Man City a game, and after giving Man City a game, they'll also continue to give teams like Newcastle a game at the Emirates. You know, last season Arsenal lost to Brighton. Those are 3 points. Those are 3 points dropped at the Emirates. They dropped 2 points against Southampton, 2 points against Brentford. Those are 7. 2 points against Newcastle. Those are 9. Meaning that they dropped 9 points. And when you look at all those games, if they had the squad they had right now, it wouldn't have gone into that side. They would have gone ahead to act and perform better and better and better. So, to my understanding, I think Arsenal have added in 4 players, and those players are going to come out and obviously give Arsenal the best of competition they really deserve. Remember last season, Arsenal lacked what we call squad depth. The players were there, but they never matched the quality of those that were in the starting 11, and their starting 11 was really elite. But it reached an extent when these players were tired. For example, Bukayo Saka was tired. Martinelli, even getting that injury against Brighton, it was a signal that he was really tired, and he obviously never wanted to obviously continue. His soul wanted, but the body couldn't really manage at any point. That is it. And when you look at the games, they really lost away from home. Everton, I don't see them really losing away at Everton again because of the introduction of Declan Rice to add some bit of athleticism in that midfield. They lost out Nottingham Forest. I don't really see them really losing to Nottingham Forest. But I really anticipate that it's really going to be a highly competitive season, with these teams obviously putting in the best they deserve as a team of Arsenal. And I really believe that the winner of this league is going to be in 90 points plus. That is it. And Arsenal has already gone ahead to set their bar to that, and for them and those points, it's really their other name. They're going to head to hit 80 points in their season, because when they won I think when they won when they won the Invisible season unbeaten, I think they're between 83 points to 85, and here they come completing last season at 85, and I think they're going to start it in high gear, and I believe they're obviously going to put in a very huge shift into this season. Now, the other players to talk about, or the other team to talk about, is Manchester United. I believe Man United are going to come second, and if there's a team that's going to put out competition this time to join Man City and Arsenal, I think it's going to be Manchester United. The manager is still the same. He went ahead to bring in 5 players last season. This season so far brought in 3. He still needs more too. I anticipate a lot from Manchester United this season. And all these 3 teams I'm talking about are really going to be into the title race. But I believe Arsenal will edge them because they have a lot of hunger. They knew exactly what stopped them. If they start off the season very well and obviously continue rectifying their mistakes they did, especially knowing how to obviously act in the final bend of the season, then Arsenal will find themselves in a situation of giving themselves the best of the season that we, the fans, really deserve. So, first team, Arsenal, Man United second, Man City third, Liverpool fourth. I believe Newcastle and Chelsea, I think are going to become 5th and 6th. That is my prediction for that. Now, we go to the best goalkeeper. I think it's going to be in between Andre Onana and Alisson Becker of Liverpool. Why? When you look at Manchester United, they're really having one of the best defenses in the league, and if Andre Onana comes out with all his ball distributions and expressing himself on the ball and fronts them at Man United, then the defense makes him keep the clean sheets that, like David De Gea kept. Trust me, he's going to be one of the best goalkeepers in the league, and I believe Andre Onana might win the Golden Glove. That is because of how the defense of Man United defends and how many clean sheets I anticipate he's going to go all out and really keep at the club of Manchester United. So, as it stands for me, it's all about Andre Onana to be the best goalkeeper in the league. When we go to the best CDM, I think it's all going to be like how it was last season: Thomas Partey versus Casemiro versus Rodri. That is it. I think Caicedo can only come into the mix if it only goes to Liverpool, but I don't see him really vying for the best CDM in the league when it comes to him playing at Chelsea. Chelsea is really very far off from really competing for this league. That is it. They need a lot to do to obviously get themselves back to where they're supposed to, but I don't really see them into the mix of obviously competing for the league. Now, we go to the top scorer, right? The top scorer, I think it's going to be Erling Haaland. He's still going to be the best goal scorer in the league, but I don't see him scoring 36 goals in the league. I believe he's going to be, the figure he can reach is 30. That is it, but all he scores in very well, because most teams in the Premier League have gone ahead to obviously master his craft, you know. And people will say, but Rokani has just scored against Burnley. Burnley has just come on to play Erling Haaland. That is it. And they've not been in the Premier League, but teams in the Premier League, the 17 that really stayed, are going to obviously give him a hard time, and you saw it towards the final bit of the season that his goals were not going in as planned. But that won't stop him from competing for the Golden Boot, but I don't see him scoring the goals he really scored, because he's a player who obviously can be marked out of the game. That is it. So he's one of those I believe is going to come out and obviously do the needful. The best manager, I believe it's going to be Mikel Arteta. That is it. I believe Mikel Arteta is going to be the best manager in the league, and I I fancy him to lift the league. That is it. Though I think he's going to face some stiff competition from Manchester United and Manchester City. Then, what have I talked about? Champions League, I'll do the predictions when the group stages are really, when the groups have been really drawn, and maybe the best right winger in the league, I think Bukayo Saka, if at all he keeps his numbers, I think he might obviously win it. On the left, I think it might be Marcus Rashford again. Central attack midfielder, obviously to me it's Martin Odegaard any day. I don't see any player doing it better than Martin Odegaard, because the way he mixes up the assists and the goals is really important for his club of Arsenal, and every time they really required him, he was there and available and did the needful for the club. So those are my Premier League predictions. As far as I'm concerned, I believe Arsenal are going to be champions, Man United second, Man City third, Liverpool fourth. Something I hadn't talked about Man City is that they're going to hate to lose some players, and their squad depth might be there, but do that quality matches the quality that comes off the pitch? That's the big question. So I sign out for now. See you later. I cover you all in the precious blood of Jesus Christ. I'm calling in for your Premier League predictions into the comment section. Tell me, who do you think is going to lift the league? Best defender, best CDM, central attack midfielder, best right winger, best left winger, and the goal scorer. And who do you think is going to be the manager of the season? This starting season now that Man City is playing against Burnley, and they're leading that game by 1 goal to nil scored by Erling Haaland in the first 10 minutes of the game. They are back from where they started from, and that is Manchester City in the mix. Sign out for now. See you later.